I don't know. The business of the industry, the inner workings, outsides of it. Did you know you saw the Swizz Beats Timberland shit with Verzuz, bro?
Yes.
This is the epitome of it, bro. Like, I feel like when you like have entertainment and you love something so much, the door is open for so much shady shit to go on in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like just bullshit.
Let's fill the people in. If you didn't see, Swizz Beats and Timberland are suing Triller for their involvement on Verzuz. They say they defaulted on like the third payment.
Yeah.
After buying the whole platform, they're suing them for like 30 mil, I think. And it's really fucked up and sad, but also something that I do remember people being worried about at the time of the deal. You know what I mean? It's not like this was super unpredictable. And I think it's definitely like a big example of having ownership and holding ownership and not selling ownership of things. You know what I mean? Because like you could have seen this coming with a big company, and it was such an important thing through COVID and such a great idea and great platform that is now ruined by, you know, selling to a big company.
You never know what people are fucking like chasing, you know. Niggas might have been looking for a check. It might have been just short-sightedness, you know, but ownership is a big thing, and it's such a complicated conversation to have. Because then a couple weeks ago, you have Jay-Z talking in your ear about like, oh, like I'd rather own 1% of something that's $1 million versus 100% of nothing, you know. Like it's a complicated dance. It's a very, very complicated dance, and I think with things that are artistic, right? With creations, with things like that, I think you should hold more ownership. I think that matters. But I think when you have other investments like Jay-Z with like the Ace of Spades, Diddy with Ciroc, it's okay to conceptualize, have a big percentage, and then sell off once you have other people who can handle distribution. Because that should be passive income. That's not your main thing, you know?
What? Album sales?
No, like alcohol. I was saying alcohol.
Oh, like endorsements and shit?
Yeah, like other shit. Like outside endeavors, you know, that you may create. Or like when Jay-Z created Rockware. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, he was cool with like selling that off and not having as big of a percentage of it, because that's not as music related. I think that's where he wants to keep his ownership.
Those are like businesses. Yeah, those are just businesses that they're not your baby. It's something you start and sell, and it's passive. Yeah. And that's fine. But like in terms of your art and shit that you're putting your whole soul into, or a project like Verzuz that is such a great idea and something that's so good for culture, hold that and make sure that gets preserved for what it is. That's more important than a clothing line or whatever, you know?
People don't... I think that us music heads, like people like me and you, are gonna like yell about this shit and like be speaking these points, but at the end of the day, like this shit is gonna keep happening a lot of the time. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Unless it's like... I don't know. I don't feel like what would like... Because say they do pay out, right? Then do you agree with this?
Well, I'd have to see the value they added. That's what I'm thinking. It's like where is this value coming from? From a label or from striking deal with Triller? You know what I mean? You know. And I remember the verses that happened in the very beginning and how lit they were and how well done they were, and like that was before the Triller deal. And so I don't think it was necessary. I think it was probably just to enhance the budget of the show, which wasn't needed.
There was some shit because like I think when it was first over the iPhones and like over live, there was a lot of flaws. I think the first in-person ones really introduced the big budget shit. Yeah. Then I think they got a lot of legends on there. There was a lot of legends. Like when they took it to the R&B shit. But yeah, I don't think it's been getting... Even the last one though, the Ray J one, that was like a disaster with Omarion and all them, was still a moment. People were like laughing about it. They were talking about it on the podcast. So
definitely moments.
Yeah, bro. It's just sad to see that this is happening, but it's the reality of some shit, you know. It is what it is.